Hi everyone, today is Monday, August 15th, so this will be posted tomorrow, August 16th. So this class is going to be all about the SI joint, or the Sacroiliac Joint, which is a joint located in the pelvis, and it's composed of, or it's between two bones, both the sacrum and the ilium. And what this joint does is it's supposed to be for stability, create stability in the low back and in the pelvis, which also helps you to sit, or rather to stand upright and to walk. So a lot of people have this SI joint inflammation, and it can cause pain. It can cause the sciatica, which is like the numbness or tingling shooting all the way down one side of the leg. Sometimes the side that has the SI problem, it affects the other side. But it can be a contributor for why people have low back pain. So today's class is going to be a class it's going to be poses to help keep that SI joint moving in a comfortable way, maybe to create some space to loosen it up, maybe even to gain some strength. I would advise, if you're actively having SI joint issues, maybe this isn't the class for you to do right now, but you can always come back to it. And in particular, if you're having SI joint issues, avoid Janu Sirsasana and like Baddha Konasana without using some kind of props. So what you're going to need today is you're going to need a mat, you're going to need 2 blocks or 2 sets of stacked books, and you are going to need a chair. So what we're going to start off doing first is I want you to lay down on your mat, and I want you to lay close enough to a wall, so you need a wall too, where your feet can be flat up against the wall. So I'm just going to kind of turn this way. So my feet are going to be flat against the wall. I'm going to lay down and adjust your posture so that your feet remain flush and flat against the wall. You could kind of take your arms out to Shavasana arms. And all this is doing is just giving you a chance to analyze, where's your body at? Does one hip feel higher than the other hip? Does one hip feel a little bit more twingy? Do you feel it in your low back, your hamstrings? Can you lay here comfortably, just flat, with your feet flat against the wall? So just observe here, and while you're observing, start to let that outside world go. Start to bring your awareness to your breathing. And my quote today is from Yoga Medicine, which is Tiffany Cruikshank's yoga platform. And it says, you can't be everything to everyone all the time, but you can always be authentic to yourself. You can't be everything to everyone all the time, but you can always be authentic to yourself. This is something I try to drive home to Mela, both Peter and I. It's just always be yourself, regardless of the situation, the people, the environment, whatever it is. Stay true to who you are. Stay true to that kind, loving, compassionate person, regardless of the situation. It'll make you stronger. It'll make you more powerful. It'll make you more confident. Stay who you are. So take a couple more breaths here with your legs up against the wall. I'm just going to imagine my feet are against the wall here, just so I can turn for a better plane for you guys. And then start to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle the fingers or toes. Maybe let the feet relax against the wall. Maybe let the toes flap out to the side. And then go ahead and bend your knees up one at a time. And grab those blocks. Said to have 2 blocks by you. And you're going to set them up kind of by your thighs. So you're going to take your knees wide, bottoms of feet together. So you're coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. But I want you, everybody for this class, to prop those thighs up on your blocks or your stacked books. So it's a more restorative Baddha Konasana. But it's a great pose for the SI joint, but it's not putting any strain on that SI joint. So once you get your blocks settled underneath your thighs, just hang out here for a breath or two. And then keep your legs right where they're at. Bring your right hand to your heart, your left hand to your belly, and set your intention for today's practice. Blink the eyes to open. Take the arms back down by your sides. One more full breath here in the Supta Baddha Konasana, supported on the blocks. And then slowly bring those knees together, feet flat on the earth. Stomp those feet out a little bit. And you're going to pull both knees into your chest and just give them a hug. Just hug them on in. If you want to rock a little bit, you can, or you can just be still. And then keep those knees high into your chest. You're going to drop both knees off to the left and swing your arms to the right for a supine twist. And again, allow the pelvis to go into the twist. Don't hold that right hip back. Allow it to go forward into the twist. Inhale, come back to center. Maybe rock a few times side to side. And then drop both knees off to the right and swing your arms to the left. And again, let that left hip go all the way over on top of that right one. Don't try to have that left hip drag back. That's where when we try to hold the pelvis back, that's when we create some instability, and it can cause too much tension on that SI joint, causing the pain or leading to problems with the SI joint. Inhale, come back to center. And go ahead and grab one of your blocks. You can set one aside. You're in like your knees are bent, feet are flat on the earth. You're just going to press the feet down, lift the hips up, and tuck that block underneath your sacrum. So you're in a supported bridge. And again, take the arms down by your side, palms are facing up. And just hang here for a breath or two in your supported bridge. And then one at a time, pull both knees up. Keep the right knee. Inhale, extend that left leg up to the sky. And then exhale, drop that left leg down towards the earth. Inhale, pull that left knee in. Grab a hold of that left knee. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, drop that right leg down towards the earth. Inhale, pull that knee back on in. Stretch those legs up to the sky. Just for a legs up the wall kind of pose. And then bend one knee at a time. Bring one foot down one at a time back to your mat. You're back in your supported bridge. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Press those feet down, lift the hips up, set that block aside, lower on down. And then take your feet a little bit wider and then tense your knees in towards each other so that they touch. It's kind of like almost like a broken bridge. So the knees are coming together and they're touching. Take a few breaths here. slowly bring the knees back up vertical. Walk the feet back towards each other, hips distance apart. Arms are down by your side, palms are facing down. You're going to lift that right foot up so it's kind of hovering around that left knee. And then you're going to press that left foot down, lift those hips up, come into like a one-legged bridge pose. Hold it here, breathe, breathe, breathe. And then exhale, lower the hips down, lower that foot down. Stomp the feet out a little bit. Then lift that left knee up. The left foot hovers right around the height of that right knee. And then press that right foot down, lift the hips up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then exhale, lower down, lower that foot down, stomp the feet out a little bit. So now we're going to go back to the original side. So press the feet down, lift that right foot up so it's around the height of that left knee. You're going to press it, lift it down, lift the hips up, and then you're going to lower and lift. Lower, lift, lower, lift. One more time, go ahead and lower and lift. Lower that right foot down, lower the hips down, stomp the feet out a little bit. Going back to the original side, so left foot lifts to about the height of that right knee. Press the feet down, lift the hips up, and then you're going to lower and lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. One more time, lower and lift. Lower that left foot down, lower the hips down, stomp the feet out a little bit. And go ahead and take that right ankle, cross it over the left knee, so you're making like a figure four with the legs. Take your arms out to a T, and you're just going to rock the knees side to, well, I'll show you. You're going to drop both legs off to the left, and then come back up to the center. Drop both knees off to the left. Let the right hip go with the left hip. Come back to center. One more time, drop both legs off to the left. Come back to center. Uncross that right ankle, stomp out the feet. Left ankle comes over right knee now. Drop both knees off to the right. Let that left hip lift up all the way. Come back to center. Drop off to the right. Come back to center. One more time, drop off to the right. Come back to center. Uncross that left leg, lower the arms down, stomp the feet out. And if you want to rock and roll forward and back, or roll off to one side, and then come up to a seated position. Swing your legs around, stretch those legs out long, just shake them on out because they were kind of bent in like our bridge pose for a while. Flex and point your feet a little bit. And then go ahead and sit tall, bend your knees up again, tuck those hands underneath. I'm just gonna set my blocks aside, sorry. Tuck your hands underneath those knees. You're sitting tall. Lean on back with your spine. Go ahead and lift the right leg up. If this is enough, stay here. If you want a little more, release the hands. If you want a little more still, you can reach the left foot up as well and hold it here in your boat pose. Pull the belly to the spine. You're working core strength and back strength here. And then drop those feet down, fold over your legs. And we're going to do that again. So sit up tall, tuck the hands underneath the knees. Lean on back, long spine. Lift the left foot up this time. If this is enough, stay here. If you want to release the arms, release the arms. You can stay here, or last option would be to lift that right leg up and come into full boat. Take a few breaths wherever you're at. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then drop those feet down, come forward and fold over those legs. And then you're going to swing your legs around. You're going to come into your tabletop position. And we're gonna work a few cats and cows. So on your exhale, go ahead and round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. And inhale, belly low, chin up. And again, round the spine, chin to chest, cat. Inhale, belly low, chin up, cow. One more time, exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. Come back to a neutral spine. You're gonna tuck those toes under, lift the hips and knees up and back, come into downward facing dog. And then you're gonna step your right foot through between your hands, drop that back knee down. Come on up, bring your hands to your knees. Lean deep into that front knee. You can keep the hands on the knee. You can keep your hands on your blocks, or you can raise them up in full Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lower those hands on down. Walk those blocks back, push your butt back, work towards straightening that right leg. Foot flexes, and then you're gonna fold over that front leg for half split. So that right leg can be slightly bent or it can be straight. And then come up. We're gonna go back and forth between Anjaneya and half split. So you're gonna walk forward, come into Anjaneya on your inhale. And then exhale, push it back, half split, flex that foot, fold. Next inhale, come forward. Exhale, push it back, half split. And one more time, come on forward. And exhale, push on back. Come back on up. Swing that right leg around. Shake out those hips. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips and knees up and back. Come into downward facing dog again. Walk the dog out. Then you're going to step your left foot through between your hands. Drop that back knee down. Bring the hands to your blocks or to your knee or up to full Anjaneyasana. Take a few breaths here. Squeeze your tush. Pull the belly in. And then go ahead and grab your blocks. Push your hips back. Work towards trying to straighten that left leg now. It can be slightly bent or it can be straight. Flex that left foot and then fold over that front leg for half split. And then we're going to do the rocking thing back and forth. So back into Anjaneya. Inhale. Exhale, push back to half split. Inhale forward, Anjaneya. Exhale, back, half split. And then one more time. Inhale forward, Anjaneya. Exhale, back, half split. And then come back on up. Swing that left leg around. Set your blocks aside. Tuck those toes. Lift the knees and hips up and back. Back into down dog. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Inhale, look forward at your hands. Exhale, step all the way forward. Landing in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale and bow. One more time, flat back, goalpost those arms, squeeze those shoulder blades together, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release and fold. Inhale here. Exhale, rise all the way up to a stand, reaching those arms out and up. Exhale to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. So we're gonna come over to our chair now. So grab your chair. I'm just gonna turn mine sideways. And first what we're gonna do is we're first going to do a quad stretch. So you can do this against the wall or on a chair. So weight's gonna go into your left foot. You're gonna kick your right heel towards your butt. Reach that right hand back. If it can't grab, fine. Just keep reaching that right arm back with that right knee bent. If it can grab a hold of that right foot. Getting that quad stretch there. Nice tall posture. Pull the belly in. It's opening up that hip flexor too. If you want to try and add some balance, you can lift the left hand off the chair, work some balance too. But just breathe. Then exhale, release that foot, walk it on out. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So go ahead and kick your left heel towards your butt. Reach that left hand back. You can keep reaching back even if it doesn't touch, that's totally fine. If it can grab the foot, go ahead and grab the foot or the pant leg. Stand nice and tall. Again, if you want to add some balance, you can hover that right hand. You can take the right arm off, wherever you want it to go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Release that left foot down. Walk it out. Go ahead and take a down dog on your chair. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Go ahead and step your right foot forward, a giant step. Keep that left foot heel planted down. Lean deep so you feel that stretch all the way up the back of that left calf up into that back of that butt. You can start to arch your back a little bit. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And then step that left foot forward, walk it out, and step that right foot back. Big enough that's like a lunge, but not so big that that back heel lifts up. And again, you should feel that stretch all the way up from the back of the ankle, all the way up the calf, back of the knee, back of the thigh, into that low right butt this time. Try to arch and broaden across your chest as well. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then step that right foot forward, walk it on out. And we're gonna take our chair, I'm just gonna put it this way now, so it's facing you guys. And what I'd like you to do is take all your weight, shift it to the left foot, and you're gonna put your right foot on top of the chair. If that's too tall for you, you can put it on a block on whatever setting, okay? So right foot is on that chair, your foot is flexed. Leg can be straight or there can be a slight bend in the knee. You got a nice tall posture though, and you're gonna lean forward. You can bring your hands down to the seat. So it's a huge hamstring stretch. When you can't go any further, you can let the head and neck fall and be heavy. So take a few breaths here. Again, you should feel this up from the calf, the knee, thigh, getting into the glutes, low back. This should feel like a good stretch. Slowly start to rise up. Bend that knee, just bend it a little bit just to get a little movement because it was a deep hamstring stretch. Just rock back and forth. And then remove that left foot, walk it on out. Just gonna switch to the other side now. So left foot goes on the chair, your toe is flexed, toes are flexed, our foot is flexed, toes are pointing up. If it's too tall, you can always do it on a block, but have the chair by to help guide you so you don't lose your balance. The leg can be straight or it can be slightly bent. You grow tall with your spine, and then you're going to start to fold forward. When you can't go any further, you can let your head and neck fall and be heavy. Again, we're here for a few breaths because it's such a huge stretch for the back of that left leg getting into that low back SI joint. Inhale, slowly rise up, bend that knee, rock it back and forth a few times. And then step that leg off, walk it on out. Come have a quick seat in your chair, grab a block again, put it in its widest setting between your legs. Feet are about a little wider than shoulder distance. You're sitting tall. What I want you to do is squeeze that block with your inner leg. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Activates all those glute muscles, inner thigh muscles, hip flexor muscles, all which support that joint. Breathe, 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 breathe. And then relax, turn the block to the skinny setting now. And then again, walk the feet a little closer together. And then again, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze that block. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Breathe, 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 breathe. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then exhale, release. Set that block aside. Now this time, I'm going to take my hands to the outsides of my thighs. My feet are about hip distance apart. And I'm going to try and push my knees open while my hands are squeezing the legs together. So go ahead and push out while my legs or push in with the hands, squeeze out with the legs. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. And then exhale, relax. Woo! I'm sweaty from that one. Sorry about that. Okay. Go ahead and set your chair aside. You don't need it anymore. Whew. Actually, don't. Before I stand, just swing those arms up. Just because I have some food sounds good. Go ahead and fold. Release that low back. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, refold. Take those feet about hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows and just sway. Take a ragdoll just to release the low back. And then come back to center. Bring the feet back together. Kneel on down. Take the knees wide, toes together. Push back the child's pose. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. And again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come back on up. You're going to come into half pigeon now. So I'm going to turn sideways a little bit. Right knee is going to come behind right wrist. The right foot's a little bit back from that left wrist. You're going to stretch that left leg long. You can stay here on your hands, or you can come down onto forearms on your block or forearms on the floor. Take a few breaths wherever you're at. Inhale, come back to your hands if you're on your forearms. Go ahead and sit all the way on that right hip, all the way swing that left leg around. Shake out those legs a little bit. And then continue to swing those legs all the way back around. You're back in your tabletop position. This time left knee comes behind left wrist. Left foot is somewhere a little bit a ways behind the right wrist. The right leg stretches back long. You can stay here on your hands, or you can come down on a block on your forearms, or down on your mat on your forearms. Wherever you want to go, take a few breaths. you're down on your forearms, slowly come back to your hands. Dump all your weight into that left hip, swing that right leg around. Shake it on out. Go ahead and continue to swing those legs up. Maybe shake your hips out once you get there. And then you're going to lay all the way flat on your tummy. Stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. So your legs are out nice and long. They're a little bit wider than maybe hips distance. So what I want you to do is I want you to squeeze your tush, squeeze that tush, and then lift those legs up. Squeeze and lift, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. And then exhale, lower down, shake those hips a little bit. Gonna do that same thing again. So activate the glutes, pull the belly in. Inhale, lift those legs up. Hold it there, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, drop it down, wiggle those hips a little bit. One more time. Inhale, squeeze the tush, engage the core, lift those legs up. Just the legs, it's not the back, it's not the chest, it's not the arms. And while the legs are up, go ahead and pulse those heels together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. And exhale, release, shake those hips out a little bit. Go ahead and bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into those hands, come back to tabletop, and then push back to child's pose. Inhale, come back on up. Swing those legs around. And then you are going to come lay down flat on your back. Take those arms out to a T. Roll all the way onto your left side. Set right arm on top of left, right knee on top of left. And then you're just going to open it up. Open your leg up too. And then go all the way over to the right. Then repeat, open it back up, left arm, left leg, roll all the way over onto the left. One more time, each side, go all the way over. It's like it's one big wheel. Restack. And then last one, open the left arm, left leg. Restack the right on top. Slowly peel back, come back to center. Arms out to the T, stretch the legs up toward the sky. Rebend the knees. Lower the feet down. Lower the arms down by your sides and settle in for Shavasana. If you can stay in Shavasana for a few more moments, please do so. If you need to get moving with your day, start to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Bend those knees up. Roll to one side, pause there. And then when you're ready, slowly come back to a comfortable seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thank you guys for practicing with me here today. I greatly appreciate all your love and all your support. And remember, you can't be everything to everyone all the time. But you can always be authentic and true to yourself. And that's the most important thing. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy, and may your minds be at ease. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Love and hugs from me to all of you. Bye, guys.